horror over in Euro 2020 as we lose our first juggernaut. It's the Dutchies. They crash out, but the Czechs, they go through. We'll talk about it next. That's right, folks, back once again with another match review, looking back at, of course, the last 16 encounter between the Dutchies and the Czechs. And, of course, it is checkmate for the Nederlander. Ada Blader, out the shader, they go. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Big shout out to the VIPs. They are your patrons, and if you are new, smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe, hit your bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related to Euro 2020 related. Whoa, football related. We're going to know here, boys. Of course, yes, indeed. Let's take a look at the games then, shall we? Of course, the match in a bit more detail. Here we bloody go. 2-0 in the end for the Czechs. But it was actually evenly poised into half-time, 0-0. But a bit of an error. Howler for Matthias de Ligt. Handball. Howling opportunity, originally given just a yellow card, but after the VAR, that was upgraded to a straight red. Off he popped after a deliberate handball, which was in a goal-scoring opportunity for the Czechs. And then, of course, it was checkmate. Subsequently afterwards, Tomas with the 68th minute goal to give the Czechs the lead. And it was game, set and match where Patrick Schick made it 2-0. What was it? Third or fourth goal in the Euros so far. So he's up there in the Golden Boot. But the Dutchies are going bloody home. Shock horror, the first major nation to crash out. And of course, and it happened today. We were there with a watch along. If you're new, make sure you bang the subscribe, bang the thumbs up. Of course, join us for today if you can catch it. The old Belgian-Portuguese watch along as well. So we'll look forward to that. But anyway, 52% possession for the Dutchies. 48% going in favour of the Czech Republic. In fact, the Czechs had more shots, 12 to their 6. 5 of those shots were on target. 4 of them off target and 3 were blocked. As for the Dutchies, there's just 6 shots. None of them on target. Toothless up front, and we can look back at this now with a bit of realization, because the Dutchies flew through the group, played 3-1-3, but were they actually challenged? Did they actually take on an opponent that was challenging? They did take on the Austrians, they did take on the Ukrainians, and they did take on the North Macedonians. North Macedonia, of course, no questions asked, they were going to pass those. The Austrians and the Ukrainians both made it to the last 16, but are they really, of course, stiff opposition? I don't think so. They were found. I'm not saying the Czechs were better than them in this Euros, but they of course failed to deliver today when they had 11 men on the field, and of course Toothless up top. So you know what, you shouldn't always read too much into those group stages. We saw it last time around when the Portuguese came through without a win in the group stages to go all the way and win the piston thing. But the Dutchies will not be doing that. They of course flattered everybody in the groups, but of course crashed out to one of the unlucky third place teams. Goodness gracious me, the Czechs squeezed in there with one of the third place spots. 416 passes for the for the Czechs on this one. 395 for the Dutchies. 73% success rate with the passes. 71% for the Czechoslovakians as well. Czech Republicans, of course, slap on that. Aerial duels were won by who won the aerial duels? 27-27. Evans, bloody Stevens. Let's take a little look at the shot grid then here. Of course, the Dutchies over here. This is how bad shots they were. Look how bad that is. I've never. Finally, when we got one of these graphics, we can actually see just how poor the Dutchies were. Not one shot on target. They didn't even have to have a keeper today. Look at it. Look at number 10. Who is number 10? I'm gonna have a little look at who number 10 is. What on earth is that? It's Memphis Depay. Barcelona just signed this son of a bitch. Look at that. He went out for a throw-in. Not even a corner. Not even on target. Went out for a bloody throw-in. Number 12. Who were you? Who were bloody you, sunshine? It was Patrick Van Aanholt. That's not a bad effort, at least. But look at that. That is bad. As for the Czechs, though, they peppered them. A lot of shots on target. Keeping, of course, Schick-Tastic a bit busy between the sticks. Let's take a look at the heat maps then, shall we? The Dutchies did cover a lot of grass. This is, of course, the Schick-Tastic, very busy between sticks. Coming down the left-hand side, it looks like. So Van Aanholt, Daley Blind, Donjan Marlin with a lot of possession. Again, not very much in that box, causing problems. As for the Czechs, again, counteracting that surge from the Dutchies. They're coming down the right-hand side. But a lot more possession. It's been nice, evenly spread. Of course, not in this left-hand side pocket here, but more further forward, as they try to make a good count of themselves. They're through, of course. As you can see, the touch grid as well for the Dutchies, and of course for the Czechs. Not so many touches. Is this right? I'm hoping this is bloody right. I believe it's right. Yeah. Anyway, regardless, let's take a look at the starting 11. Shall we start with the Dutchies here? Martin Schick-Tastic between sticks. Daley Blind, Matthias de Ligt, Stefan de Vrij at the back there. Patrick Van Aanholt, Frankie de Jong, Martin de Roon, Denzel de Vries as well. They're going home. Archie Wijnaldum looked like a goal. I barely even notice him today. Donjan Marlin as well. Memphis Depay with a 6.8. We'll have a look at that in a minute. As for the Czechs, Tomas Vlasic with a 7. He barely touched the ball. Pavel Kirigovic Tomas Karas, Soluskara and Kufel at the back, Horace, Suchek, Slavjic, Baricic and Mazepust alongside Patrick Schick up top. What about the subs? We did see Durian Timber coming on for late on, Quincy Proms as well, Stephen Bourgeois and Wout Hogos to try and save something, but unfortunately no. As for the Czechs, Michael Saladic came on right at the death. Jacko Janko, Alex Kral, Adam Holstlich and Mikhail Kremenic as there. Let's take a look at the old match ratings then, shall we? Of course, the standout superstars for the Czechs. Patrick Schick with a 7.5. No, Thomas Hollis with an 8.7. There you go. There's your man of the match. Kalas with a 7.4 at the back. Vlasic with a 7. He didn't touch the ball. As for the Dutchies, the best player for the Dutchies was Denzel De Vries with a 6.9. Dallerin with a 6.9 as well. But basically, they flattered to deceive. And a big fat 6 for Matthijs de Ligt as Veal. Let's have a look at what's been said on social media then, shall we? Start with Rocky Gill. The Dutch team wasted another opportunity to reach the finals in the easiest side of the draw. No plan B and not a single shot on target versus a Czech team that's average at best. No second chance in the knockout rounds. You're going home. And said Morse, or aka Morse 7RM, congratulations to the Czech Republic. Everyone gave the Dutchies as favourites to advance. You are the big surprise of the tournament. In the quarterfinals, indeed, the Blues. Aka Chico Rico said, I feel like I'm the only one that thought the Czechs were going through since the group stage. Jose AFC says Schick didn't need 3 pens and 2 tap-ins. That's why Schick is better than Penaldo. Patrick Schick better than Penaldo. What else do we got here? Who is this guy? Another car guy said, I'm really disappointed with the Dutch today. They just couldn't get it right, but credit to the Czechs. They did everything right, played really well in the second half, and now looking to face the Danes. Aga Baga said, personally, absolutely not. Was fairly confident that the Dutch would sail through against the Czechs, but what an inspirational show from the latter. Should be an amazing quarter final now between the Czechs and the Danes. Ravenir Singh Rana, aka Ron, said, I wasn't shocked, but honestly, I expect the Dutch to win this time. MSNG. To go from perfect group stage to getting shut out by a third place finisher has to feel extremely demoralising. The Netherlands clearly have to ask what went wrong. Ventel's Blue said, our run in the group stage was a false image and our team is full of finished stat patters. We should never enter another European competition again to avoid embarrassment. Honest or Oranges fan. And Lee Jing said, what a shock. Looking forward to the Denmark-Czech quarterfinal. Cinderella versus a Cinderella, boys and girls. Let's take a little look at the situation. So let's take a look at the situation over in the bracket. Of course, we now know our first quarterfinal. It will be the Danes. It will be the Czechs. I don't know where the match will take place, and we'll bring you up to speed on that with a match preview. Of course, we'll say goodbye to the Welsh. We've said goodbye to the Dutch, and we've said goodbye to the Austrians, who will join them today. Of course, either Belgium or Portugal will go through, and the other team will go home. And of course, we'll have another juggernaut making way. But that's it, my friends. Be sure to give the video some love, smash the old thumbs up, smash the old subscribe, check the links down below on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and of course Patreon as well. We'll look forward to seeing you for those quarterfinals, and of course we'll have a watch along for that, match previews, match reviews and predictions as well, so make sure you check that out. But until then, give the video some love. Are you happy that the Dutch are going home? For me, I was looking forward to maybe a Germany-Dutch quarterfinal, semi-final, something like that, but of course that's not going to happen. Now we do have a wide open side of the bracket, and we could see the likes of a Denmark, a Czech Republic, a Sweden make it through to the semi-finals, and maybe even make it to the final. So far, it's proven to be a bit of a wild card, the older one side of the bracket. Of course, we've still got the juggernauts on the other side. Anyway, I'll see you soon for the next one. Until then, give the video some love and smash your thumbs up, smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe, and I'll see you soon, of course. But until then, the Dutchies, ta-ta for now. See you back, hopefully, for the World Cup. Until then, we are done.